Introduction to Sermon. Number 6. The Wristlock's Cosmic Grip on the Universe. Beloved disciples of the divine grip, it is I, your humble servant and guide on this path of submission and enlightenment, Renshi Kennudus. As we convene once more in our hallowed dojo of the Spirit, let us reflect with a smirk and a nod on the journey thus far. From the dawn of creation, where the universe itself was a mere white belt in the art of existence, to the sacred scrolls that revealed the wristlock as the ultimate path to cosmic balance. Today, we embark on a voyage unlike any before. Our sermon will explore the very fabric of the cosmos, stitched together by the unbreakable thread of the wristlock. Prepare your minds and spirits, dear congregation, for today, we discover how the wristlock not only binds our wrists but the very stars in the heavens. Section 1. The wristlock as the fabric of the cosmos. In the beginning, before time knew its name and space its place, there existed a singular force, a divine technique so potent that its application birthed galaxies, constellations, and the occasional black hole. This technique, as you may have guessed, was the celestial wristlock. Imagine, if you will, the Big Bang as the universe's first successful escape from a poorly executed cosmic wristlock. From this explosive revelation, matter learned to respect the principles of leverage and timing, forming into celestial bodies that dance in harmonious orbits, a testament to the wristlock's eternal grip. Section 2. Wristlocks in Mythology and Legend. In the annals of time, etched into the very essence of myth and legend, stand tales of heroes and gods whose fates were sealed by the sacred wristlock. Take, for instance, Hercules, whose 12th labor was not, as commonly misconstrued, the capture of Cerberus, but a challenge to apply a wristlock on Zeus himself. A tale lost to history, obscured by jealous scholars. Yet Hercules' technique was so divine, Zeus granted him immortality for his prowess. Then there's the lesser-known legend of Wristlockiana, the patron saint of joint manipulation. It was said her wristlocks were so potent they could turn the tides of battle, heal the sick, and occasionally uncork the most stubborn of wine bottles. Her legacy, though buried under layers of skepticism, lives on in every practitioner who dares to believe in the transcendent power of the wristlock. Section 3. The Wristlock Philosophy of Life. Embarking further into the doctrine of our faith, the wristlock emerges not just as a technique but as a beacon guiding us through the tumultuous seas of existence. For life, much like a stubborn opponent, often resists our efforts to progress, to find peace, to secure that metaphorical tap-out that signifies victory over our challenges. Consider, if you will, the morning alarm, our daily adversary. With the precision and grace of a well-executed wristlock, we can subdue the snooze button, rising to greet the dawn with enthusiasm and purpose. Or in the arena of the workplace, where disputes and deadlines loom like opponents in the ring, the principles of the wristlock teach us to find leverage in our arguments, timing in our decisions, and the strength to hold our ground until victory is ours. Section 4. The Future of the Wristlock. Peering into the crystal ball, or perhaps the shimmering surface of a well-polished trophy, we glimpse a future where the wristlock reigns supreme. Imagine a world where political disputes are settled not in the halls of power but on the mats of justice, where a well-placed wristlock can determine the fate of nations, ensuring peace and prosperity for all. In this utopia, children are taught the ways of the wristlock from a tender age, learning the values of respect, discipline, and humility. The wristlock becomes a universal language, a tool for communication and understanding that transcends barriers, unites cultures, and solves the age-old mystery of why we can never find the second sock of the pair. Conclusion. As we close this chapter in our sacred text, let us carry forth the lessons of the wristlock in our hearts and wrists. Let it remind us that in every challenge lies an opportunity, in every opponent a teacher, and in every twist and turn of life, a chance to apply the divine principles of our art. May the grip of the wristlock hold you firm in your convictions, flexible in your understanding, and always ready to embrace the mysteries of the universe. Go forth, my disciples, with the knowledge that you wield not just a technique, but a cosmic power that binds us all in the divine clasp of salvation. In the name of the grip, the twist, and the sacred submission, amen.